This is a fan-based parody. Star Wars is owned by Disney. Please support the official release. If you want to stop slavers, Tatooine might be a good place to start.
Good, I'll go. I want to kill them. Kill all those slavers.
What the f*** is this guy doing?
Maklaw is disturbed by this man. He wants to kill him, but he resists.
No offense, but you don't look like the most peaceful individual.
Ha 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 ha!
But...
Fool, didn't you hear me before? I said I'm gonna free you!
okay. I'm not sure this is sanctioned by the Rebel Alliance, so,
Do it!
okay.
You don't know what tickles my pickle. Lightning pee-pee!
Last time on Weekend Star Warriors.
You shoot him. Goodness.
I mean, I sort of expect that now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
to be completely honest.
One thing people can say about you, you're consistent.
Could I ask a question though? Would you say that you were under the Tuscan sun?
No.
I mean, but were you in the sun?
Yes,
And
but
you were in
no.
Tuscan? Then yes, you were.
No,
I'm
I wasn't in
afraid-
Tuscan, I was
I'm
on
afraid
Tatooine.
I personally liked the part where a bantha kicked your entire ass. I want to meet that bantha and
It
shake
just
his hand.
kicked me. It didn't kick my
In the
ass.
face. Like, I want
So
to buy
then,
that
are
man
you
a
giving
drink.
him an ass face? Is that?
I am actually. Thank you for working that out.
Is he your friend?
I personally think you are a bastard with a heart of gold.
Yeah, I'm getting that impression.
Welcome.
I just want to talk about how instead of going up to that person and being like, hey, maybe don't be hitting this woman, you just challenge him to a duel straight away. Like, wow.
I mean, there are some things that are pretty
Sparring
deeply
match?
ingrained.
Not a duel.
Pointing it out doesn't always work.
That's
She
true.
had been beaten for 3 days straight.
That's sad.
So what would you do?
Probably the same thing.
Excuse me,
Yeah,
beat
you're
the
right.
shit out of the person who is beating the crap out of her.
Is that what you would do?
That's what I would do.
And have you ever beaten the shit out of anybody?
Are you trying?
Yes.
She shot the shit out of people.
I shot the shit out of a
Trandoshan,
bunch
too.
of Trandoshians.
Okay, but there's a difference between shooting the shit out of something and beating the shit out of
I
something.
have punched people in the face.
I believe it is the action to what is the cause of it all
I believe
that matters.
in a thing called love. There's a chance we can make it now.
Anyway,
Yes, please continue so they will stop singing. Welcome to Weekend Star Warriors.
Motherfucker sees everything.
Yep, he rolled a 6. He sees the droid.
Uh-huh.
He sees the droid hiding.
Uh-huh.
And he turns around and starts gunning it back for base.
I shoot him!
Alright, you rolled a natural 6. Go ahead and roll for damage. I believe that's a D8.
Yes, it is. 5.
Okay,
And
so
that
that
is-
is 10 plus an
That's a
additional
crit,
10 for
yeah.
your crit. You do 20 damage. Let's say roll evens or odds to see whether or not you blow up his thing or not.
So what's evens?
Evens, you hit him in the head and he's immediately dead. And odds, you hit the bike and it blows up.
Even!
Okay,
Blew motherfucker's head off.
you blow the motherfucker's head off.
yeah, just like that.
The bike spirals out of control, and let's see if it hits anything. It coasts to a stop. Now I guess I have to roll for perception to see if anyone heard the bowcaster shot, which we'll do it with disadvantage because bowcasters are kind of quiet. 2 and 5. Okay, they don't hear you. Tucker looks over at you. Nice shot.
That's just half of it. Wait until you see me in melee. We look over into the hole, see what we see on the inside. Can I use my perception to look down?
Uh-huh.
I rolled a 5. Plus 2 is 7.
Okay, the entire thing is probably about the size of a, let's say, a decently sized living room.
Mm-hmm.
So you can step inside.
Mm-hmm.
It is poorly lit.
Uh-huh.
Do you happen to have a glow rod on you?
Nope, but I got a f***ing nose.
You smell?
Yeah, I smell.
In the dim light coming in from the from the panel. Mm-hmm. You locate what you believe is the main transmitter core. Mm-hmm. You see a slot for the security spike.
All right. I look at Tucker and I ask him, "Do you know anything about computers?"
The thing the short guy gave you looks like it fits in that hole there. Mm-hmm. That's all I know.
Okay. Stick it in.
Okay.
I just wanted to get a second judgment. That's all.
The port accepts the security spike, starts rotating, goes in further, rotates a bit more, kind of like a code going in and in and in. And then a screen lights up and says in basic, permanently deactivate all slave implants. Yes? No?
Yes.
Okay. You hit
Deactivate,
yes.
right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You hear a loud humming.
The whole palace is humming. What the is all that? All the slaves.
And then the computer screen says, implants deactivated. Critical error has occurred.
What is it?
Implants could not be permanently deactivated. Implants can be activated again. Activate implants? Yes? No?
No.
So, you shut them off, but the Hutts or anyone could reactivate them.
How do we permanently take care of this?
Well, I think this computer is the only thing that can reactivate them. Maybe if we, I don't want to say blow it up, but if we pull it out, we might be able to keep them from...
Here's a torch and weld.
Okay. He starts to weld through.
Mm-hmm. And then I take my vibro blade.
You take your vibroblade and...
Oh wait, that's a big number there. Alright.
You slice right through carefully. You manage to procure the radio transmitter device.
Okay.
And it weighs about 200 pounds.
So if I destroy this some more...
Well, this is the only device that you have that can possibly permanently disable them with more time.
Okay, so if I hold on to this, everybody will be okay for right now?
Yes.
Okay, so I do that.
All right. How are you going to lower it down? Or...
I got grappling hooks for days!
Okay, you start to tie him around. And I take it you and Tucker are going to lower it down to Z3? All right, you're going to have to roll a stealth check because...
Nope.
Okay, he's very stealthy. Problem is...
Pink!
Your luck isn't the best,
Nope.
and the wind starts blowing. And... Boom, boom, boom... starts bouncing against the side of the tower the entire way down.
Okay.
And now the entire rest of the palace has woken up. There is sirens going off that you hear. And you can hear several speeder bikes coming out.
Okay. And they are where?
Below you.
And I shoot the out of them.
Okay, you can't quite get to them at this angle until they turn towards you.
Okay, so I keep looking. In fact, I'm just gonna drop the thing once they get close.
Okay, let me roll for Z3. See if he gets out of the way.
Yeah.
He dodges at the last second as the thing comes down, smashing.
Does it hit somebody?
No, it doesn't hit
Okay.
anybody. And let's just say that it manages to survive
Okay.
the impact.
Oh, wonderful.
Didn't you say that you had air support or something?
Yeah, but remember how I told you I wanted to show you the other half of this fun?
Very well.
Oh, fine. Don't kill all my fun. I call my friend up in orbit. Adriatica, come in.
Yes, Mr. Maklaw. I am ready to go whenever you are ready.
I need an orbital bombardment on my position in 2 minutes.
I know I'm a bomber, but they haven't really given me any bombs. I can shoot some people for you.
Just blast the son of the bitches.
Okay, she types a bit and looks in. Okay, I see several several repulsor signatures closing on your position. Is that them?
Yep.
You don't have any allies there, right?
Nope. Oh, well, my droid.
Okay, yes, I see him. He is currently hiding next to the tower. You might want to tell him to take cover, or duck and cover.
Is he finding his position?
I'm a pretty good shot.
I trust you then.
Okay.
I go over and I switch over to Z3. I tell Z3, take cover, incoming fire. I repeat, take cover, incoming fire.
All right. He looks around, goes over to where he buried the panel, and lifts it up. And
Yeah, hide under that. Yeah, just like that.
Now I am going to roll. You hear a screaming ion engine. Yep, as a Y-Wing shows up, and it is going to blast. I'm not sure this is sanctioned by the Rebel Alliance, so,
Get.
okay. She rolls a 1. She misses. However, her shot hits the doorway of the castle. It completely blows up. Sorry, I'm used to
You
it.
said you're a good shot. You totally did not impress me. No. Do it again.
Okay, I'll come around. The swoop bikes are aiming up at you. They've gotten off their bikes and they're aiming up at you with several blasters.
Fine.
And I'll say that you get a chance to fire at them because you have been holding your shot.
No. That's a 2.
Yeah.
I crit on 3s.
Okay, let's just say you miss because it's a very difficult shot. And now we'll just say there are 4 of them.
Okay.
They are going to fire up at you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Should
one
I
of
get
them.
defilade because they're shooting up into the sky?
Yeah, let's give them disadvantage.
Alright. Eat my caca.
Okay, only 2 of them hit.
Alright.
One of them does 2 damage, one of them does 1 damage.
Okay.
And let's see if they hit you or Tucker. Even for you, odd for Tucker.
It, I'll take the hits.
Okay, you take both of the hits.
That, dude. Nah, I'm keeping Tucker alive. He's gonna be a free boy one day. Maybe today.
Okay, would you care to fire back?
Of course!
Alright, go ahead.
I would love to reciprocate. 1 shot.
Uh-huh.
There, I hit him with a crit.
Okay, I'd say -1 because you're
Okay.
far away, so
It's
3.
still a crit.
3 is still a crit, okay.
Yeah.
Now roll an 8.
2. So it's 12.
Yeah, 2 times 2 is 4, and then plus, so it's 14.
14.
You shoot one of them in the chest, his chest explodes, and he falls over. He is almost dead.
Eat my caca!
Now, Adriatica is going to
Fly by.
fly by again and try to make up for her previous miss. She manages to hit one of them. He completely vaporizes. And you hear her over the comlink, "Did I get him?"
Yeah! Red mist girl, do it again!
Okay, coming around again.
Alright, so do I get to shoot at him too?
Sure, you do.
How many are left?
2.
Ah, it's crit!
Okay.
Natural 6.
You got
20.
30.
30.
Okay, you... Whew.
I yell out, say my name, bitch! Boom!
It goes straight down his head
And out his
his crotch.
Lightning pee-pee!
He splits down the middle. Yeah, he is very, very dead. Almost as dead as the one that ate Triatica.
Maklaw is so out of it that he is so interested in how he saw lightning pee-pee that he looks over at Tucker. Tucker, did you see lightning pee-pee? Lightning pee-pee!
Okay, yes, lightning peepee. Okay, so the last one is going to try and decide whether to stay or run. Okay, he manages to decide to stay because he's a
Dumbass.
bit of an idiot. He is going to shoot up at you. He crits for 6 damage.
I laugh. Even though I'm at 6.
Go ahead and shoot again.
Yes. 6.
Yep.
7. So 7 times 2 is 14 plus 10, that's 24.
Okay, you shoot him right through his open mouth. It comes out of his spine right around the lumbar area. his
Lightning poop!
his teeth completely explode out of his mouth. Green fire spitting out of his mouth with a bunch of teeth. Smoke charring out of his mouth, and he falls over dead. And now there's only one left that is his lungs are slowly filling up with fluid.
I look over at Tucker after I shoot that guy and see, like, Tucker! Did you see that?
I wish I hadn't, but...
That's called the Kashyyyk Blossom!
You hear the Y-Wing coming by again. She completely misses again. This one doesn't even hit the ground. This just keeps going off into the sky.
I wonder what you were shooting at.
The sun was in my eyes.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Z3! Can you hear me?
You see the panel lift up. Is it over?
Drop that panel on that guy and it'll be over.
My programming prohibits.
Do it!
Okay.
Drop it!
Bunk.
Falls on the guy.
For 1 damage, he is still alive.
Okay. But it's on him now. And his lungs are filling up with blood.
Yeah.
Good, let him die.
Do you need a pickup? Comes over the...
Yeah!
Okay, the Y-Wing comes in, very slowly, manages to...
Don't crush us!
And she accidentally lands on... No, she ends up landing on the panel, thinking that it's safe, and crushing the last living one.
Like a grape.
Yep.
And mind you, he is enjoying every minute of this. Yeah. So what do I do now? It's like...
Well, you can give Adriatica the huge thing.
Yeah, which we are. Now, if I were to just keep it and take it with us, would that be enough to make sure that the slaves are okay?
It has no power source, so right now it can't do anything.
Right.
The only way would be someone with high mechanics skill to fix it. And fortunately, Adriatica is level 2 of 5 for mechanics.
Oh, good. I'm glad somebody put stuff in skills, because I sure as didn't. As you can tell,
So-
I like to brawl.
She is going to hook it up as best she can.
Uh-huh.
She manages to hook it up to the communication suite of the Y-Wing.
Uh-huh.
After tinkering around, she finds that she could go around and broadcast the kill code very easily, not only to the people in range of the tower, but the entire planet.
Do it.
Or, I keep saying kill code, I mean fizzle code.
The disable code.
The disable code that will make the chips into nothing more than bombs without detonators. So
That's
they can
good.
be
That's
so
so
they can be
good.
safely removed.
Okay, good. I want to do that.
And would you care to record a message to broadcast when all of that is done to tell the slaves that they're free?
Slavers of Tatooine, I just f***ed you. Love, Maklaw. Slaves, you're free! Kill them.
Okay, Adriatica says, I'll be sure to explain the details about their bombs not being bombs anymore.
Okay, just make sure my message is in there.
Okay. So she gets in. Would you like a ride back to town, or would...
Yeah? And, actually, we have these dewbacks.
Yeah, plus there's only one more seat available.
I take the boy.
Okay.
He's useful.
All right, and
You'd be a valuable asset for the rebels.
Z3?
Z3, you want to be with me? You a free man?
Yes, I
You
will.
stay with me until we get to your family.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so you all hop up on the dewbacks. Adriatica takes off in the Y-Wing and starts broadcasting the fizzle signal.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way back to town. You return the dewbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a comlink message from Adriatica.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to broadcast. Would you like it now, or would you like to coordinate something first? The slaves' collars or implants have all been already fizzled. I've already done that, so they are safe. But if you want to coordinate something or just be in place to lead them,
Let's cause chaos. Send out the message telling them that they're free.
okay?
Not to worry, not to fear their masters.
she sends out first your message.
Actually, before we do that, before she does I want to try to find a place where I can heal up.
Okay, there is a tiny medical bay that... Actually, you only have strain damage, right?
Yeah, well, no. Actually, I've taken 3 wounds.
A long rest would probably recover everything if you wanted to just go to one of the hotels.
I tell Adrianica that we're going to wait till tomorrow.
Okay, and would you... You might want to inform some of the slaves.
Yeah, the ones that I came in contact with over at the cantina, the ones that were working there that are now working there.
Yeah.
I tell them, I pass the word along.
Okay, you pass the word along to all of them.
To all of them, and then any other slaves that go into there to pass the word along to them as well.
Okay, let's roll for stealth for, I guess, the slaves. For you and the slaves. Okay, good. Okay, no one rolled a 1, so that's... All of them are fine.
As the word spreads, with it also tells them a place and a time to meet tomorrow.
Okay.
And then we meet there the next day. So I heal. I need to be at my premium, because I feel like I'm going to get in people's faces.
Roll a d20 to see how much... Let's say that your wounds come all the way back, and...
19!
19! You're back to full strength.
Yay!
It's early morning. The sun is rising.
And I go to the meeting location.
You go to the meeting location. Where is it? Have you decided?
It's going to be... Okay, so we go to the cantina.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, because the owner isn't there anymore.
Yep.
All right, good. So we use that place as the base of meeting.
Okay.
Since it's now owned by slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I pretty much tell them that their collars are practically useless, that the bombs implanted in their necks they're practically useless, and they will not be able to use them against them. They have the opportunity to revolt and finally be free, fight for their freedom, or they can get captured again and become slaves once more.
A lot of them are scared. They're not really wanting to revolt. They don't exactly trust you that their bombs are deactivated. So Tucker stands up and says, I'm willing to have my implant cut out if that'll prove that it's not going to blow up.
I look at him, I thank him. In front of everybody, he gets it done because he's a hero.
He pulls down part of his collar and shows where a scar is.
Mm-hmm.
He says, how clean is that sword of yours?
Who's he talking to? Me?
Yeah.
Pretty fucking clean. I clean it every day.
Okay, go ahead and make, I guess, a medicine check.
God damn. Intelligence. 5 total.
Okay, you are very cautious and make a slight slit.
Okay.
And as you're about to make another cut, Cappy comes in and says, hold on, I have something for this.
Okay.
He presses a little device that looks like a cylinder with a suction cup on it to the cut that you made, presses a button, and the little chip pops out. He drops it on the table. It's still covered in blood.
I pick it up. I show everybody. This is your proof to trust us, to fight for your freedom.
Cappy says, if you need more proof, I can scan to show that yours are deactivated. I can remove it as well, if you want.
What more proof do you want?
Okay, roll for intimidation.
Oh, no, I was actually
Or
being...
inspiration.
Inspirational.
Yeah.
Or actually, would that be leadership?
Leadership.
Okay, so it's presence. 5 total.
All right. One of them looks at you and says, okay, but if I die, I'm haunting your ass.
Okay, you wouldn't be the first.
Who's got weapons?
Oh, okay, so now we start looking around.
Mostly all you can find is knives and forks and a couple spoons, couple broken beer bottles. Although the purple twi'lek finds a scattergun, the Star Wars equivalent of a shotgun,
Okay.
hidden behind the desk. Cappy holds up what looks like a kind of a fire extinguisher. And he says, the Jawas gave me this. It's an ion disruptor. It works on various droids, but people, it can stun them for like 5 seconds.
Enough for us to put a blade in their neck.
He holds out the device to anyone. I'm a little old. I don't think I will fight.
Thank you. This will be greatly used for our attack. So then I start taking everybody, and I start setting up a battle plan, and then we're mostly gonna attack at night when everybody's guard is down. Stun people, kill people. Mostly slavers. Focus on the slavers. Everyone else has a purpose.
Okay. My slaver isn't really that bad. Do I have to kill him?
Make him pay you.
Okay. I can do that.
If you feel the same as this slave does, have them pay for your work. That's your freedom. Paid wage.
Everyone disperses,
So-
and
I let them know to wait for the signal as far as the Y-wing flying over, broadcasting the message to attack. And then we wait.
well, unfortunately, something happens a little early.
What?
A couple of troopers march in. They're surrounded by several bounty hunter types, the same swooper types that were working for the huts. And they say, "Excuse me, we got report of some illegal hacking, slicing activity going on, as well as an unlicensed meeting. What is going on here?"
I look at Tucker. Tucker, go close the door. Lock it when I give you the word.
He nods, and he
How
walks...
many guys are there?
Let's say 6.
Okay.
6 guys.
How many people are inside the cantina right now?
20.
I stand up. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to speak up. I'm a little old for this Wookiee. Couldn't quite hear you. One more time.
Okay, Tucker slowly inches around, saying, "Excuse me, I have to get back to my master. Pardon, sirs. I will go now."
I let out a big belch as a signal. Excuse me. So I nod over to Tucker to clock it.
Tucker, did you want him inside or outside?
Inside.
Okay.
This is where he gets his wings. Oh, he already did it, killing that chieftain's son.
Okay, he locks the door,
Mm-hmm.
starts to pull out a small knife, looks at you.
I
Okay.
give him a wink and a nod.
Roll to see if they notice.
They don't know shit.
They don't notice.
Why? Because they're fucking... They can't see through their fucking helmets. Can I quick draw my rake blade?
Sure. Which would you like to go for?
The first one that's closest to me!
That would be these are one of the bounty hunters. That's close. All right.
I don't care, they're all gonna die.
Okay.
I'm gonna wear their fucking helmets as my fucking bongo drums. Like the Ewoks, you know? They had a good fucking reason. Alright, I'm gonna swing.
Well, let's just say,
You saw that, right?
yeah,
Okay.
that was a natural 6.
Alright.
Let's just say, for the sake of brevity and awesomeness,
Uh-huh.
you dash forward and with a single stab, impale one of the bounty hunters straight through his heart.
So he's straight dead.
Blood is spurting everywhere. He is straight dead. And I think I'm going to give you another attack.
Yay!
Because of that.
Okay, so here I go. 2. Dang,
Okay.
Not a crit.
You manage to slice the blade out of him. Roll for damage against
All right.
one of the guys next to him.
8.
You slice about halfway through his arm, and now it is useless at his side.
Oh, good.
All right, now we are going to roll for initiative. There are 5 left. Let's say the 2 troopers go next, and then the 3 bounty hunters.
What about all the slavers? Or
The
slaves.
slaves.
Rather.
Well, we will roll for them in a bit, because they're quite stunned to see all of this blood. Pretty all of this guy's blood is now on the ground. Okay, let us roll for the trooper first. I'll just say that he has a shitty gun, because right now we only have D6s. Okay, he shoots 3.
Range? That's a 3. I'm at 3.
Doesn't quite go
No, it
through.
just, like, it hits me, but...
It hits you, but it doesn't do any real damage.
Not to my bone armor.
Now for the next one. 3 again. Hits you. Next one rolls a 1. His gun doesn't quite jam, but he drops his gun. Let's say this is the one whose arm you slashed.
Yay!
Now, 2 more. Another one. This one's gun does jam.
Yay!
And then a
that
5.
hits me.
One of the bounty hunters manages to shoot you for
Ooh.
6 damage.
Alright, so that puts me strength 3. Alright. Alright. Oh, I took damage. That means I get Wookiee crazy. Wookiee rage!
Okay, now Tucker is going to sneak up behind the one with the slashed arm
Oh, nice.
and stab him in the throat.
Nice. His signature move.
Okay, the guy is currently bleeding out, but he is still standing.
Okay. But he's dying.
Alright, and now for the slaves.
64!
All right.
What does that mean?
Let's just say that all of the slaves surge forward with their improvised weapons and tackle every single one of them to the ground.
They start stabbing them like
They start stabbing them.
Yeah!
All right. Now it is Maklaw's turn again.
So, who's the leader of the group?
Either one of the tougher looking bounty hunters or one of the troopers.
I look for the meanest looking of the group.
Okay, he's the biggest, toughest one. He's huge, hulking alien that you don't recognize, got tusks coming out of his...
I cut him.
Okay,
I cut him good.
you got a 6.
Ooh, 14 plus 10. That's 24.
Finish this one.
I rip his head off. No. Yes.
Rip
yes.
or cut?
No, I cut his head off.
Okay, you...
I just go over the step forward, just slice it off. Knowing
Yep.
that he's the biggest, baddest, I just want to finish the job.
Tucker is a little stunned at this carnage, so he's going to miss a turn.
Okay.
And all of these guys are surrounded. Let's see if any of them manage to throw any of the slaves off. 2 of them do. Let's say one of the bounty hunters and one of the troopers.
Okay.
The trooper reaches for a small blaster. He does 10 damage to one of the slaves. We'll say that it's one of the hardier ones, so they are really hurt. They're out of the fight, but they're not quite dead.
Okay.
I'm not dead yet. And the bounty hunter is going to roll a 1. One of the slaves manages to grab onto his gun and smash it into his face.
Oh.
Turns it around on him and blasts him point blank in the head for 10 damage. His head explodes.
Yay!
So there's only 2 left.
Alright.
Let's say that they're the 2 troopers just because they have more armor.
I go after them. Your armor. Damn it. I missed.
Now they are going to say, wait, we surrender, we surrender.
Your surrender. Damn it, I missed!
What about the other slaves?
Oh, yeah.
They lift up the troopers and start going for binders.
Oh, okay. Trying to take their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I try to swing at them?
You can if you want.
These motherfuckers are disarmed and I can't hit them!
I'll give you advantage. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just like,
You,
okay, okay, just kill him, guys, kill him, F***ing, I'm done, kill him. I can't kill them savagely, kill them. Now, I'm waiting.
But they're surrendering.
They're okay with slavers, finish them.
The Rhodian female picks up one of the guns, puts it to the to one of the troopers' chins, and pulls the trigger. We'll just say she auto-kills him because no one can miss that.
I like you, twi'lek.
Rhodian.
Rhodian. Ooh, you scum. I like you.
And then the Bothan picks one up, does the same thing, except first in the dick.
Ooh. Oh, you cruel.
Upwards.
I like you.
In the dick, upwards, keeps firing until he's dead.
It looks like you guys are just trying to do that to impress me. Show
right.
offs.
So, they're all dead.
So,
Would you care to loot the corpses?
yes. Are you kidding me? Starting with the bounty hunters. Because I think they get the more money.
Since you have plenty of time, you will be able to
the door's
loot them.
locked.
Let's say that you get about 1,000 credits from each.
Ooh.
That would be
4 of them.
4,000 credits.
Yeah.
And then you get maybe 100 credits from each trooper.
Oh, and there was 2 of them, right?
So 200. 4,200 credits is what you get. Okay, the slaves start to pick up all of the guns and whatever equipment they can find. They look to you.
You strike tonight.
Okay, they nod.
Work in groups. Lock them in. If you have to, set the building on fire. You don't care. You want your freedom.
Okay, they all go.
And with that, I walk away.
And as you're walking off into the night, you hear lots of gunfire and screams and laughter and cheering.
Yeah!
Now, you do have,
Bounty on my head. Awesome.
no, possibly 2 or 3 more places you can go.
All right. Our work's not done. We keep going.
No, and Tucker, after a quick visit to his master, where while his master is sleeping, puts a grenade down his throat and blows up his entire house.
Okay.
He comes back.
So he killed the fat guy.
Yeah, he killed the fat guy by
All
putting
right,
a
no
grenade
jerky,
down.
guy. Sorry, he just turned him too jerky.
After reporting that to you, he asks if perhaps you might need some help with infiltrating the Tuscans again in order to finish them off. He used to have respect for the Tuscans, but not anymore.
Not after what he saw? Mm-hmm. Welcome aboard, boy.
And Z3 is with you, saying perhaps if we attack the Jawas first, it would endear us to the Tuscans.
We're going and getting more toys. Let's go, boys.
Okay, so let's say that you found a couple of speeder bikes, because that's how the bounty hunters got here. You go off, track down the Jawas, wave them down, they open up, they escort out all of their droids. So, what do you do?
I asked Z3 if he can communicate in binary to his droids.
He nods.
Will they be able to attack the Jawas?
No, they've currently got restraining bolts, and some of them are too stupid to really do anything.
Okay.
A couple of them do want to be freed. Others really don't care where they go.
Okay. Those that are willing to fight. How many Jawas are there?
I'd say about 50.
Okay, we're gonna. How many people do I have with me, or is it just me with my sidekick?
It's just you three.
Okay, 3 on 50.
Not all the Jawas are that bad. Some of these droids would have been abandoned if it weren't for them. It's just the ones that want to be free. I think we should help.
Can you point out which ones they are?
He nods and indicates a couple of droids.
Just a couple?
About 3.
Okay. I asked the Jawas how much are they for the 3.
For all 3 together, they could give you a deal at 2,000 credits.
Do we have to go through this again? They're beaten up. Their paint's chipped. They're giving me shoddy merchandise.
Size says 1,000. I'm losing money on this, but because of what you did with the huts, we'll give you 1,000.
I'll take them.
Okay. You take all 3 of them.
Are there any more that need to be saved or released, or are these all just, they could care less?
I don't know. I wouldn't know because of their memory wipes, but I'd say, well, perhaps that signal device that your colleague in the Y-Wing had might be able to
disrupt the
restraining bolts on all of these other ones.
I call her in. I need your air support. My location. I need you to disrupt using the doohickey bomb. I don't know what this thing is called.
She flies by. Roll for communication, whatever.
With her?
Yeah, because she's pretty far away. I want to see if your radio works.
Mechanics then?
Yeah, I guess.
Right. 2 + 2 is 4.
Got it. Airstrike on your location. Coming in. She swoops in, fires, and...
I can't wait to see what happens! Personal gear, Tucker.
Damn it, I'm a translator, not a doctor.
Formalities later. Running now. Go, go, go.
Okay, but if I die, I'm haunting your ass.
Okay, you wouldn't be the first. I need your air support. My location.
Got it. Airstrike on your location. Coming in.
I don't trust my pilot. Tucker, did you see lightning pee-pee? Lightning pee-pee.
All of this guy's blood is now on the ground.
Tucker! Did you see that?
I wish I hadn't, but...
That's called the Kashyyyk Blossom! And kill everybody on Tatooine. Nuke this bitch from orbit!
You're not including me in that, are you?
Bacon!
Thanks for listening to Weekend Star Warriors. I am your host and game master, John Ike. Star Wars was created by George Lucas and is owned by Disney. This game follows the basic rules of the Edge of the Empire role-playing game, and rulebooks are available for sale wherever books are still sold. The setting for this adventure was inspired by the various Tatooine scenes in the prequel movies The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, as well as the Tatooine scenes from Knights of the Old Republic. Liliana Emerald was played by Megan Cordero. You can follow her on Instagram at Meganda88. Zizix Math was played by Jeffrey Gardner. You can follow him on Instagram at Jeffa+. Ping Pong was played by Kat Johnston. You can follow her on Instagram at BirdieCat82. Maklaw was played by Edgar Cuevas. You can try to follow him, but do so at your own risk. Music by Megan Cordero. Sound effects from soundboard.com. Special thanks to Mike Christensen, Melissa Cuevas, and Annalisa Didi Blancarte for use of her character, Adriatica Archipelaga. Please like, subscribe, and review, and we will release the next episode in a couple of weeks. Thanks for listening, and remember...
Lightning pee-pee!